Please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, my voice on screen is clear to all of you guys. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me. Right. Thank you. Right. Good morning, guys. Right, sir. Why people are not attending today? So because of weekend, right? Because of Saturday. Fine. All right, sir. Anyway, then today, so I'm going to take a small session, not like a lengthy session. All right. Up to just differences between Java and others. That part here I'm going to complete. Okay. Then only one difference is remaining here. The difference we are going to understand. After that, I'll check the possibility. Then to take another point. All right, sir. Anyway, now try to understand the differences between Java and others. 1 minute. In differences between Java and others, almost all 8 differences we completed with very good clarity. The next one is the last one more difference is remaining that we have to understand. So what is the last difference here we are getting there? All right. In C and C++, characters will take 1 byte of memory and integers will take 2 bytes of memory. But in Java, characters will take 2 bytes of memory and integers will take 4 bytes of memory. This is the difference here what we are getting clearly. Fine, sir. Now I want to give some clarity. Try to understand it now. So the title is available like this. In C and C++, characters are taking 1 byte of memory and integers are taking 2 bytes of memory in C and C++. But in Java, characters are taking 2 bytes of memory and integers will take 4 bytes of memory. That we understand. Okay. But actual point is what? Actual reality is what there internally. Observe carefully. I'm going to give one point here. In C and C++, in C and C++, memory allocation for the primitive data types. I think you already aware about the primitive data types. What are the various primitive data types? Can you tell me now? What are the various primitive data types in any programming language in general? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, character. In Java, 8 are available. In some other languages, maybe it may be less or it may be more. Depending on the languages only, the primitive data types are available. Understand it clearly. So in C and C++, memory allocation for the primitive data types, listen carefully, memory allocation for the primitive data types is not fixed. In C and C++, memory allocation for primitive data types is not fixed. Okay, it is a variable. It is variable and it is dependent on the operating system which we used. It is dependent on the operating system which we used. There is no standardization for it. Right? Please try to understand the point what I am telling to you. In a C and a C++, memory allocation for the primitive data types is not fixed. It is variable. It is dependent on the operating system which we use. Linux, if we use, some type of memory allocation is going on. Unix, if we use, some other type of memory allocation is going on. Mac, if you use some other type of memory allocation is going on. In Windows, some other type. In Windows also, 32-bit operating system, one type of memory allocation. 64-bit operating system, another type of memory allocation. 86-bit operating system, another type of memory allocation. Everybody understand it clearly. So it is not fixed. It is dependent on the operating system which we use. Can I give a conclusion? Like C and C++ are more dependent on the operating systems. So they are platform dependent. Even in this direction also we can conclude C and C++ are what their platform dependent programming languages. But the Java situation is different. But Java situation is different. Observe carefully. But in the case of Java, memory allocation for the primitive data types is fixed, irrespective of the operating system which we used. In the case of Java, memory allocation for the primitive data types is fixed, irrespective of the operating system which we use. We can use any type of the operating system, that doesn't matter. Any operating system we can use, but memory allocation for the data in Java is fixed. What exactly that fixed memory allocations in Java? What exactly the fixed memory allocations in Java? Byte is one of the primitive data type. It will take 1 byte. Short, another primitive data type, it will take 2 bytes of memory. Int will take 4 bytes of memory. Long will take 8 bytes of memory. Float will take 4 bytes of memory. Double will take 8 bytes of memory. Char will take 2 bytes of memory. Next one is Boolean will take 1 bit. Boolean will take what there? 1 bit. That's it. So here the point is what? Very clear. In a C and a C++, memory allocation for primitive data types is not fixed. It is variable and it is dependent on the operating system which we used. But in the case of Java, memory allocation for the primitive data types is fixed irrespective of the operating system which we use. Alright, what memory allocations are available in the case of Java? Byte 1 byte, short 2 bytes, int 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes, char 2 bytes, boolean 1 bit. Remember, this is permanently we can remember. Throughout our Java, we are going to use the same type of memory allocations. No variation. Why? Because it's a fixed concept at each and every operating system in the case of Java. But this type of fixed content is not available in the case of like what there? C and C++. Yes. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on this point now? Fine, sir. Then immediately we are getting one important interview question. Here we got one important interview question. What is the question here we are getting there? All of you observe carefully. In a C and C++, in a C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient to represent characters data. Then what is the requirement? Then what is the requirement for Java to assign 2 bytes of memory for the characters? I think you understood my question here. In a C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient to represent characters. Character in the sense, don't think about it only alphabets like A, B, C, D, no, which includes might be single digit also, which includes might be special symbol also, anything. Anything we represent in a single quotation, that is what there a character. Understand the meaning I'm telling to you now. Okay. In C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient to represent characters data. Then what is the requirement of Java to assign 2 bytes of memory for the characters? That's the question. Answer is very, very simple. Now try to recognize this answer clearly. In C and C++, observe carefully. In C and C++, all characters are represented, all characters are represented in the form of ASCII values. Clear? In C and C++, all the characters are represented in the form of what? Their ASCII values. ASCII is one of the character representation. So many character representations are available, where ASCII is one of the character representation. Okay. To represent any ASCII value, to represent any ASCII value, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. 1 byte of memory is sufficient. Because of this reason only, C and C++ are providing 1 byte of memory for characters. To represent any character in C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. Why? Because in C and C++, all the characters are represented in the form of like what their ASCII values. Understand my point, Kirno? Good. This is the point, Kirno. But in Java, listen carefully. Why Java is assigning 2 bytes of memory? I'm giving clarity. In Java, all the characters are representing, our characters are represented in the form of Unicode values. All the characters are represented in the form of what? Their Unicode values. Where to represent Unicode values, 2 bytes of memory is required. It is not sufficient to provide, it is not sufficient to represent Unicode values in a single character, where in a single byte, where 2 bytes of memory is required to represent Unicode values. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Why 1 byte of memory is sufficient in C and C++ to represent characters? Why 2 bytes of memory is required in Java to represent characters data? Simple point. In C and C++, the character mechanism is what? Character representation mechanism is what? There ASCII. To store ASCII value, how much memory is required? 1 byte of memory. But in the case of Java, all characters are represented in the form of what? Their Unicode values. To represent Unicode values, what we require, 2 bytes of memory is required. Then immediately we are getting one more question in our mind. Why, sir? Why C and C++ has taken ASCII? Why Java is not taken ASCII? Why it has taken Unicode? What advantages we are able to get from this Unicode? What Java is getting benefit by taking Unicode, which is not there with ASCII? This kind of questions are we are able to get. Now I'm giving clarity. Now try to understand in the form of another question. What is Unicode? What is Unicode and why it is required? Why is it required? Why is it required in Java? All right, sir. Now here we have to answer for it. Now try to understand it clearly. What is Unicode and what is the requirement of the Unicode in Java? Why is it required in Java? Good. Unicode is one of the character representation. In other words, we may say that character encoding mechanism. Both are same. Unicode is one of the character representation. Clear? Okay, it's okay. Then what it is? What it is actually? What it is able to provide? It is able to represent, put more concentration. It is able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages like English, Hindi, and some other like what the local languages, Japanese, Chinese, and some my point here, Chinese, and so on and so on and so on. All the natural languages in the world, throughout the world, whatever the natural languages are available, every natural language alphabet is possible to represent inside like what their Unicode. Is it? All of you get my point or not? Unicode is one of the character representations. It is able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages. All right, so all the natural languages like English, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese in Java applications. Okay, okay, fine. By representing like this, what advantage we are able to get? Okay, we are able to represent all the natural languages, alphabets in our Java program. Okay, with that, what we are able to get? Understand my point here. With this, we are able to provide a very good. We are able to provide a very good. Observe carefully. Internationalization support. By this, we are able to get very good internationalization support. By this, we are able to get very good internationalization support. That is the meaning of like what there, the content here. That's the meaning of like what there. All right, Unicode representation. This is the meaning of like what there, Unicode representation. Okay, understand it clearly. What is the point I'm telling to you? Unicode is one of the character representations. It's able to represent all the alphabet from all the natural languages like English, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, and so on in Java applications. Okay. With this, we are able to provide very good internationalization support in Java applications. Okay, fine. Immediately we are getting a question. What is internationalization? What is the meaning of internationalization? We need to understand even this one also. What is internationalization? In short, we can call it as I-18N. In short, we can call it as what there? I-18N. That means what is the meaning of this I-18N? The word internationalization, if you observe this, first symbol is I, last symbol is N. Between I and N, 18 symbols are available. Between I and N, 18 symbols are available. That's why, in short, we used to say I-18N. That is what their internationalization. Clear. But what is internationalization? What is the purpose of it? I will take one simple example. Understand, all of you understand this simple example. Everybody understand this. Listen carefully, all of you know. For example, I prepared a software product, some product. For some other requirement, I prepare a software product. It is not a project, it's my own product. There is a lot of difference between product and project. Project is a service, product is own services to others. Project is providing services to for a particular client. But our own product is giving services to customers directly. Fine, whatever it may be. Just example I'm telling to you. Operating system is a product. Answer my point here. A bank application is a project. I get my point or not? Database is a product. An insurance application is a project. Like this, we are able to have some categorization. Okay, maybe project or maybe product, no issues. No, I have a product. I prepared a product. Okay, fine. My product is in live. Number of customers are identified. 1 year of time is already passed after creating my product. My product has very good reputation and very good demand in outside. Okay, up to that, it's well and good. My product has very good reputation in outside. Fine. During this 1 year of time, my product has the number of customers from only India, domestic, only in India. Number of customers are available from only India. You know, already Indians can speak English very well. Of course, my product is also be providing its services in English language. All Indians can understand English. So up to now, I am not having any problem while providing my services to the customers. But unfortunately, what happened, I found some customers from Japanese. I found some customers from what there? Japanese customers. Continuously, they are sending a request to me. What request they are sending to me? Actually, we are not aware about English. We don't know anything about English. We are very good at Japanese language only, local language. Can you please provide services of your product in a Japanese language? They sent this type of request to me. Okay, then I understood that my product is providing services in English. Services in English in the sense, say for example, login form is there. Username, text field, password, text field. I provided in English, username, password, that letters and everything in English. But what Japanese are expecting, that username they are expecting in their Japanese language. Password label they are expecting in their Japanese language. Login button they are expecting in Japanese language. I said, are you getting that much? Okay, now this is a request from Japanese. Then what I have to do? What should I do? In this particular situation, what I have to do? Anyway, two options are available. Okay, one option, not second option, one option. I need to take a separate project, separate product, what I have prepared there separately for this previously. For the same simulation, I have to prepare another project, another product. That another product I have to implement in the form of Japanese language. Then I have to give that project services, the product services to the Japanese customers. Already I have one product. Again, another product I prepared. That another product is providing what their services for what their Japanese. Okay, good. Next, third one. All of you observe carefully. After a few days of time, I found some other customers from German. Germans, they don't like English. They're totally haters of English. They like their own language, German language. They're very much strict on it. They don't like English. They want to have their own language. Then immediately they are sending one more request to me. Are you provided your product services in English, but we don't know English. Again, you provide your product services in Japanese, even if we don't know Japanese. Can you please provide your product services in German language? Can you please provide your product services in German language? Okay, I thought of it. I need to provide services in German also. Then what we have to do there? Again, I redesigned one more application, but in the form of like what their German language. I'm giving that services to the German customers. Think a minute about it. Next day, maybe some other country customer may send a mail to me. What I have to do? Again, I have to redesign my application or not? Another application I have to prepare, another product I have to prepare with respect to that particular language or not? Best example, Chinese. They don't know about English. I have to prepare a separate product for what their Chinese. For example, unfortunately, I got a request from like what they say, for example, Saudi. I got a request from Saudi. Saudi people are not aware about English. They're expecting that product services in their local language. In Arabic, they're expecting that. Again, what I have to do now? I have to redesign my application. I have to re-prepare my product. That product I have to provide services in what their Arabic language. How many times I have to re-prepare my application? That's the question. How many times my product has to be created? Already 5 examples are given. 5 products are prepared. Each product is providing only one local language there. Throughout the world, how many languages are available? Thousands of, maybe hundreds of languages are available. For example, how I'm going to prepare the same product again and again for each and every language? Is it the right solution? Is it the right solution? It's a time taking process. Moreover, it's not feasible. It's not the right solution. But what is the right solution? The right solution is what? The right solution should be only one product you have to prepare. Only one product we have to prepare. But what that product has to do, that product has to identify the locality of the customer from where the requests are coming. Locality of the customer, that means country and language of the respective customer from where that request is coming. After getting the details, then we can provide our product services in the respective language. But this entire thing is going in a single product, not in multiple products. I have to prepare single product, but it has to give support for English users. It has to give support for German users. It has to give support for Japanese users. It has to give support for Chinese users. It has to give support for what there, like Arabic, that means like what there, Saudi people also. For everybody, the single product has to provide solution. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? So how we are going to represent local user, how we are going to provide services in the local user respective language. To achieve this particular thing, in Java, we have to use a separate service, that a separate topic, separate concept, that is called as an internationalization. The thing is called as what there? An internationalization. Understand my point here? So here, the point here, what I am telling there, designing Java applications with respect to the local users conventions. Designing Java applications with respect to the local users conventions is called internationalization. It is called as what there? Internationalization. Observe carefully. What is the point I'm telling there? Okay. One more point here I'm telling you. Try to understand it. No. For example, I have a single product. Single product is available with me. Now I got a request from Japan. When I got a request from Japan, my product has to identify the user locality, Japan, country, Japanese language. Then it has to fetch Japanese messages only. Already I prepared some Japanese messages in the form of a file. My product has to get that file. My product has to get the data from the Japanese messages, and it has to give the Japanese messages to the respective client. For example, my product has a request from Italy, for example. My product has a request from what there? Italy. What my product has to do now? When it receives request from Italy, it has to identify the locality of the customer. Locality of the customer is what there? We can understand Italy, and the language is what there? Italian language. Then immediately my product has to get the Italian messages, and it has to give some login page with the Italian messages. Some registration page with what there? Italian labels. So that service must be provided in what there? Italian language. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Simple point. If I fix or if I say my product is providing services in only English, not in any other local languages, no. Now tell me, if it is a case, no, we may reduce customers for our product or not. If we reduce customers for our product, automatically business is going to be lost or not. Understand my point here? But if we provide internationalization, we can preserve all the customers or not. Moreover, customers are getting benefit in their local language, they can read. When compared with international language, when compared with national language, local languages are somewhat better for the people to read and to understand. Yes, sir, am I right or not? So because of that reason, nowadays, entire software industry is trying to bring services to the local users in their local languages only. Not even that. Just best example I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Just I want to open Google. See all these things what we are getting. For example, if we click on Hindi, that entire service is provided in the form of Hindi or not? Say for example, if I click on like what their Marathi, the total service are getting in the form of this Marathi or not? For example, Kannada, the total services here we are getting in the form of like what their Kannada. Telugu, for example, in a Telugu language here we are able to get. Got it or not? English, in English language here we are able to get all the services. Now Google is already reached to each and every corner of the earth or not? Every corner of the earth that Google is reached or not because of these services. because of these services. You're not aware about it nowadays, how technology is spreading throughout the world in the sense. Actually, I came from some remote location, a remote location, remote, totally village. Maybe last 4 or 5 years, especially after the Corona time. If I go to my village, if I observe what people are doing there, everybody is using smartphones only. Point number one. In the smartphones, what they are doing some kind of work in agriculture. At other side, they are listening songs from YouTube. They're playing mobile phone. They open YouTube. They're listening some songs, and they're doing their work. There, I got the thought: how they can select their songs? Now they have to type some letters there at least, but they don't know anything about English. They don't know anything about English there. But how they are able to get their own songs, their required songs now? Why search? Simple. They are saying that movie name and a song name, or song name or movie name. Definitely some images we are able to see. They understood their heroes are maybe the actors faces. No, they can click on the respective item, then automatically they are doing it. Actually, then I feel proud about my mother in one situation. Actually, I can go give one example how people are available outside, how people are going to use technology and outside. I can give something. Actually, my mother, she didn't have any education. She don't know even the English or all these things, but she knows about the numbers as part of their village calculations. No, that calculation they're able to take in a speed manner. Speed calculation they're able to give. Even they're able. Myself, I'm unable to give some calculations, but my mother gives some calculations outputs. In a milk booth, maybe some calculations are going on. At the time of giving some payments for the labor work, then they're giving some calculations. No, then they're able to calculate very fast, very much fast. Yeah, one instance still I remembered, almost all 7 to 8 years back, I think so. 7 to 8 years back, what happened? The situation is what there. I have to get money from ATM. I have to get money from ATM. That's a task. Myself and my mother, we went outside there. We want to get money. Anyway, I want to get money, then I want to go inside the ATM center. But my mother is standing in outside, no, on the roadside. Just I thought of it, just come along with me. Don't stand on the road there. Maybe vehicles are coming more. Just come along with me. Just we both together, we went to the ATM center. Okay, just I try to do this total operation with ATM machine. Then finally, then I aware about it. I'm able to get money. Just what my mother has done there. Just she stand along with me. Just see observe everything what I have done. Then after that, she asked to me, why don't you give that? Then what I'm telling there, can I operate your ATM card? She asked to me like that. And then I said to her, Ma, don't do that kind of operation there. Unnecessarily money we will lose our money. Then don't do that. Like this, I given information. But what she said, no, just I want to try one time. Okay, I thought of it. What she is able to do, I thought of it. Then I given my ATM card there. Then I stand there and I'm observing what she's doing. As it is what I have done, she's repeating. Finally, she got. Actually, I got like 5,000 rupees. No, finally, she also got 5,000 rupees. I asked her, how you remembered everything? No? How you remembered everything? And moreover, there it is a touch screen actually. Only numbers only we used to type. Then the remaining everything is touch screen. Then what she remembers, she don't know. Then savings or maybe some, she don't know anything. No, but number she knows about it. She remembered my PIN number. Then after that, in the screen, whatever the menu is coming there, she said to me, after that, she said to me, what she said to me, first action, when we swipe that ATM card, then she swiped that ATM card. After that, what she has done there, after that, no, then language is coming there. Language is what there, first English, next one is what there, Hindi or Telugu or something else. I identified it. Then I swiped like what there, first one, I touched that first one. Then she remembered that, okay, when you swipe it, in the first three are coming, two are coming, first one we have to select. She selected first one. What I have done there, just I touched it. She touched it. Then after that, next what we are getting there, menu we got there. Two columns are available. Then two columns, right side, second option. Right side, second option is what there, withdrawal. She touched it. Then after this, then what next one there, no, after this enter PIN number or something else. Or withdraw amount. She entered some amount. Same 5,000 she entered there. See, for total transaction she has done. Really, I wonder by seeing that. In one time she understood everything, then she is doing that. Now at present, even my father is unable to get money from ATM center, but my mother is able to, she is able to get money from ATM center without taking help from others. Then later on, I give in some kind of information to my mother. Just this is yes, savings. This is a current. See, like this, some symbols I given. Now she able to understand it clearly. She able to do that operations. How? The example I'm telling there, how technology is spreading throughout the world is the best example. Understand it clearly now? Right, sir. Whatever it may be. Here the point is what there. Best example is a Google. Google is reached to every individual person on the earth at present. Where internet reachability is available, there obviously automatically what services are available? Google services. See, when internet connection is available, what people are doing as a first action? For example, internet service is available. Everybody, what they're able to do? Immediately they used to open Google or not? They used to open Google, they used to search something or not. Maybe it's a voice search or maybe normal search or maybe text search, whatever it may be. Finally, they used to go for it or not. So Google is required for everybody. Now Google is reached to everybody. Moreover, if you are educated, if you know Telugu, but if you don't know English, still Google is providing some services. Yeah, same type of services are expected from my product by all the customers in outside. Okay. If I want to provide this type of services to all my customers, if I want to give this type of services to all my customers, first of all, I have to represent their local language characters in my product or not. For example, if I want to give services in Japanese language, Japanese alphabets are available. The Japanese language alphabets are available that I have to represent in my application or not. To represent Japanese alphabet in my application, is it possible to use ASCII representation? Can I go for ASCII representation? ASCII may not be sufficient. May be sufficient, may not be sufficient. There is no guarantee for it. But if we take Unicode, Unicode is provided exclusively for the sake of this particular requirement. Unicode is provided exclusively for the sake of what there? This particular requirement. Understand it clearly. So this is the power of like what there? Unicode that Java uses now. That Java is using now, that Unicode representation. If Unicode representation is available inside the Java, if Unicode representation is available inside the Java, then how Java is providing support throughout the world? Now Java is able to provide internationalization support or not? So because of this reason only, Java has very good, the strong internationalization support for its applications. Java is providing very good internationalization support for its applications. This is exactly the point here what I'm trying to say. No. So finally, the point is what there, designing Java applications with respect to the local users conventions is called internationalization. Answer my point here. Java is able to provide a very good internationalization support, very good internationalization support due to its Unicode representations only. Unicode representation only. That's it. Now this is exactly the point here we can understand about like what their internationalization in the case of Java. That's it, guys. Now this is about clearly like what there, that sequence of questions what we have inside like what there, this particular point. Just 1 minute, try to understand all of you know. In C and C++, 1 byte of memory is sufficient to represent characters data. Then what is the requirement for Java to assign 2 bytes of memory for the characters? In C and C++, all characters are represented in the form of ASCII values. To represent any ASCII value, 1 byte of memory is sufficient. In Java, all the characters are represented in the form of Unicode values, where to represent Unicode values, 2 bytes of memory is required. What is Unicode and why is it required in Java? That's the question. Answer is very clear. Unicode is one of the character representation. It is able to represent all the alphabets. 1 minute. Right, sir. Unicode is one of the character representation. It is able to represent all the alphabets from all the natural languages, like what there, English, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, and so on. In Java applications, with this, we are able to provide a very good internationalization support in Java applications. It's okay, fine. Very good internationalization support. What is internationalization? Designing Java applications with respect to the local users conventions is called internationalization. Java is able to provide very good internationalization support due to its Unicode representations only. That's it. Now these are the various points here we are getting clearly about the differences between Java and others. Is that all of you are getting clarity on this now? Okay, fine. Now see this. All of you understand this. The next one. The next topic in introduction part is what the Java features. The next topic in introduction is what the Java features. Okay. Right, sir. Differences between Java and others is completed. Can you repeat one time the titles of these differences? No? Nearly 9 number of differences are given. Have you remembered this 9 number of differences there? Please, every day I'm telling there, this proper study is required. At least half an hour or 20 minutes of time we can spend on these theoretical concepts. When I complete this introduction part, I'm going to provide one exam. I'll conduct one exam for you on the basis of this introduction part. There we have to write that exam. There we have to check yourself how many marks you are getting, how much you are aware about the introduction content. Maybe just it may take maybe max 3 to 4 days of time. Within 3 to 4 days of time, you have to attend for one exam there. There we are able to see all the questions from these concepts now. Okay, right, sir. Anyway, now coming to the okay. Before that, just 9 number of points here are given. Just only I require titles. That internal content anyway we have to study. The titles here at least we have to remember. Right, sir. What is the first difference we understood there? What is the first difference we understood? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what their dynamic programming language. Next one, preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. Next one, C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is platform independent programming language. Next one is what? Come on, pointers are required in C and C++, but pointers are not required in Java. Next one is what? Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java, but which is possible in Python and C++. Leave this one. Next one is what there? Destructors are required in C++, but destructors are not required in Java. C and C++ are following call by value, call by reference parameter passing mechanisms, but Java does follows only call by value parameter passing mechanism. What next one? Operator overloading is not possible in Java, but operator overloading may be possible in other programming languages. Right. Next one is what there? Like memory allocations for character and integer is like a memory allocation for character is 1 byte, memory allocation for integer is 2 bytes in the case of C and C++, but in Java, memory allocation for character is 2 bytes, memory allocation for the integer is what there? 4 bytes of memory. Then related points we understood clearly. Right, so these are the various things here we have to understand, but we need to remember all these points now. Fine. Let's move on to the next point here. What is the next point here? I'm telling to you, Java features. What exactly these Java features now? What is the meaning of it now? Simple example. For example, understand the intention of this particular topic. First, understand it. For example, I want to take a new mobile phone. I want to take a mobile phone. That's my requirement. If we want to take a mobile phone, first of all, we have to go to the mobile shop. There's some representative is available for us. When we go there, immediately that representative is coming to us, is asking to us which mobile phone we want to take. I know about only the brand name. I know about the only brand name. Just say for example, I want to say for example, some mobile phone, any mobile phone. Say for example, OnePlus 11 series is available at present. OnePlus 11 is available, right? All right, just OnePlus 11 I said to him. Then immediately, what he able to provide now? But immediately what he able to provide? No, immediately he able to provide all the details about that OnePlus 11 series within 5 minutes of time or not? He's trying to give some demonstration about that mobile phone to us or not? Just within 5 minutes of time. But really, I have not taken that mobile as I have not seen the taste of it. But I got some details from him or not within 5 minutes of time. Like what details he used to provide? No, right? Inside this OnePlus 11 series, maybe Android operating system is available. On the top of the Android, their own operating system they prepared. That operating system is like what their Oxygen OS, for example. Then as of now, the version is what there Oxygen OS 3.x is going on. 4.x will come very soon. That is Android 4.x already available, but it will not update it here. Okay, then after this, right, processor is what there Snapdragon like generation 2 or generation 1. For example, after completion of this dual SIM, nano SIMs are possible. It's okay. Then after this camera, right, rear camera is what there, right, 50 megapixel, maybe front camera is like what there 13 12 megapixel like this, something else. Understand my point now? Right, fingerprint is possible, sidebar is also be not possible, is not possible, fingerprint is possible, for example, information. So able to give the details or not? Maybe processor or maybe operating system, like warranty, battery backup, battery life, life in the sense maybe 12 hours of time. One time if you charge it, fast charging, within 15 minutes of time, that 100% charging is going on. Sir, are you getting it or not? Right, 5,000 megawatt charger is available, right, along with this product. So all these details within a 5 minutes of time we are able to get it or not? So within 5 minutes of time, I understood something about that mobile phone, but I have not taken that mobile phone. I have not seen the taste of that mobile phone, but I got information about it. Similarly, if you want to give information about our Java programming language in 5 minutes of time, if you want to give demonstration about Java programming language in 5 minutes of time, then we have to go for Java features topic. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Another best example, by that we can understand it clearly. Nowadays, if we go to the movies, film industry, if they want to introduce any movie, they want to release any movie, first of all, they have to start publicity or not? In general, if they want to release a product, they have to start a publicity or not? Movie is also like a product. Movie is also a product. They want to launch that product on a particular date. They want to launch it, but before that, they have to give some kind of awareness to the public or not? Understand it clearly. What I'm telling you. So recent movie was his recent movie was there. What's that recent movie? I think Pawan Kalyan movie is there. Yeah, that movie name is what there, bro. But I don't know what is the reason why that movie is not having much of him before releasing that movie. But after releasing movie, that movie has very good. What I'm telling there, very good publicity. No, so, say something is going on. That's a different story. Not required for us. That is one type of publicity. But I don't know why people are involved in that more and more. Opposite people are giving more publicity than the original people. Okay, so okay, it's okay. It's not at all related to us, but information I'm telling. They're publicity. Positive publicity or negative publicity, whatever it may be, but everybody knows about that movie now. Okay, leave it. The point is what, if you want to listen carefully, if you want to introduce a particular product, or maybe if you want to launch a movie on this particular date, if you want to release movie on this particular date, before that, before 15 days, that production team, or maybe production team in the sense the producers, maybe they may plan for some types of events in outside, where one of the event is what their trailer launch. Sir, am I right or not? One of the event is what their trailer launch. Understand it now? What they are able to do with this trailer launch? No, in general, what they are able to do with the trailer launch? No, maybe the trailer duration is what? How much is the duration of the trailer? 1 minute, 1.5 minute, maybe max 2 minutes. If it is a Balakrishna movie, 3 minutes max. Am I right or not? Why? Because Balakrishna movie in the sense some dialogues more, right? So some kind of like violence is more, right? So 3 minutes max if it is a Balakrishna movie. Understand it now? Because of the 3 minutes bit launch, they used to spend nearly 70 lakhs or maybe 1 crore in some situations The cost of that event. They have to gather all the actors. They have to accommodate them. They have to give some speeches, whatever it may be. Because of this part of the game only, part of the publicity only. Okay. What they used to say through this trailer, now tell me. What they are saying through this trailer. Before 15 days of movie, they want to release a trailer. What they are giving information to outside through this trailer. That's the point I'm asking them. So the 2 minutes of trailer is available. The 2 minutes of trailer, within the 2 minutes of trailer, no movie director is going to include only one bit of that particular movie. They are going to provide overall view of that movie or not. That means the trailer is only 2 minutes of time. Within the 2 minutes of time, that some information, some kind of description we are able to get about that movie. He round the total story, the total information of that movie. But of course, they will not reveal that story. That's a different story. But finally, they are able to give some kind of impression about that movie or not through this particular trailer. So if we see the trailer, there we can understand what level of like a comedy or what level of violence or what level of like what their faction, what level of love, what level of some kind of thing we can assume and we can expect it. As per that expectations, we will go for that what there the respective movie. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? So here the point is like what there within the trailer, 2 minutes of trailer, they used to give information about the total movie. Here Java features is the trailer for Java programming language. The Java features topic intention is what there to give some description in a short about total Java programming language. Right. For that purpose, Java features concept was provided by Sun Microsystems. At least we have to understand one time the total nature. Right. Now the point what I'm telling there to provide or to describe Java programming language to describe Java programming language Java has provided the following features. What features are provided by Java programming language? Understand it. Nearly 11 or 12 number of features are available in Java. Now try to understand these features. First one is what there Java is a simple. Observe carefully. In Java features, half of the features you already aware. Half of the feature you already aware. Part of the differences between Java and other programming languages. Remaining only we have to understand. Okay, but anyway I will explain each and every one. First one is what there Java is a simple programming language. Understand it clearly. Java is what there a simple programming language. Next one is Java is an object oriented programming language. Java is platform independent programming language. Java is platform independent programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. Next one is Java is a portable programming language. Java is a robust programming language. Next one is Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is a secure programming language. Java is multi-threaded programming language. Next one is Java is an interpretive programming language. Okay, and before that, Java is a distributed programming language. Distributed programming language. Next one is Java is an interpretive programming language. Java is an interpretive programming language. At the end, Java is high performance programming language. Java is high performance programming language. That's it. These are overall Java features what you are having. Observe carefully. Simple programming language, object oriented programming language, platform independent programming language, architectural neutral programming language, portable, robust, dynamic, secure, multi-threaded, distributed, interpretive, and high performance. Yes, sir. These are overall features of the Java. Now here we are going to understand one by one clearly. Right, we are going to understand that one by one. Now try to understand it clearly. Right, sir. Good. Now the first one, very first one here, what is the meaning of a simple programming language? How can you say Java is a simple programming language? In very first class I have given information, but again we are going to understand it clearly. Observe carefully, Java is a simple programming language because of point number one. Java applications will take less memory and less execution time. Okay. Java has removed all the confusion oriented features like pointers, multiple inheritance, and so on. You already aware about it. Okay, pointers are not available in Java. Multiple inheritance is also be not available in Java. Get my point or not? All right, then after this, Java applications will take less memory and less execution time. Next one is Java is using all the simplified syntaxes when compared with other programming languages. In Java, every syntax is very much clean and very much bold. No confusion, nothing. Straightforward syntaxes. Understand it clearly? No? So this is because of these reasons we can conclude Java is what there a simple programming language. Java is a simple programming language. Why? Because Java applications will take less memory and less execution time. Java has removed all the confusion oriented features like pointers, multiple inheritance, and so on. Java is using all the simplified syntaxes when compared with other programming languages. Okay, fine. Now this is the first one, very first one. All right, sir. Now the second one. Of course, almost 3 to 4 times we understood this point in differences between Java and others. Right, sir. What we understand there about this object oriented? Now tell me. I want to say that Java is an object oriented programming language. Java is an object oriented programming language. How, sir? How can you say that? Why? Because now tell me, when a programming language is an object oriented programming language, when a programming language is an object oriented programming language, if it represents data in the form of objects by following object oriented features, then that programming language is an object oriented programming language. If any programming language is representing data in the form of objects by following object oriented features like class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, message passing, and so on, then that programming language is an object oriented programming language. Right, so Java is an object oriented programming language. Why? Because Java is able to represent the data in the form of is able to represent the data in the form of objects by following object oriented features like a class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, and so on and so on and so on. So because of this reason, we can conclude that Java is what there an object oriented programming language. Right, sir? It's okay. Then next one is available. Now tell me, you only tell me what's the meaning of this one here? Platform independent. No, what you are understanding about platform independent here? First of all, what is platform dependent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation and execution on the same operating system, that programming language is what? Platform dependent programming language. Am I right or not? Okay, fine. But what is platform independent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation is on one operating system and execution is on what there another operating system, then that programming language is what there platform independent programming language. Now the point is what Java is a platform Java is a platform independent programming language. Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform compilation. Compilation is on one operating system, and execution is on another operating system. Execution is on another operating system. Right. Because of this reason, we can conclude that Java is what there is a platform independent programming language. Okay, leave this one. Then what next one here? Observe carefully. Architectural neutral programming language. Right, sir. In very first class, I given this point here in the Java history, but again I'm telling there, it's almost the same as platform independent programming language, but here the measurement is not on the base of the operating system. Here the measurement is on the base of the hardware system, hardware architecture. The point here, what I'm telling to you, Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform compilations on one hardware architecture, and execution is on another hardware architecture. Okay, and execution is on what there? Another hardware architecture. So because of this reason, we can understand like what there? Architectural neutral programming language. Initially, this is a requirement. So nowadays we can understand 3 billion devices runs Java. 3 billion different devices runs Java. What's the meaning of it now? Computers are using Java, mobile phones are using Java. Then after this, parking meters are using Java, traffic signaling systems are using Java. Everywhere, if you take any device, any hardware device nowadays, their software components are available. The softwares are prepared by using Java. 3 billion, that means 3 billion devices using Java, in the sense that is because of only what their architectural neutral, because of like what their platform independent. Because of these reasons only, we can conclude that architectural neutral point clearly. Okay, sir, leave this one. Next one is after completion of this, another point here, what I am telling to you, portable programming language. All of you observe one point here. I want to know something about this content here. All of you understand it? 1 minute. Right, sir. Now understand it clearly. For example, I have a mobile phone. Almost all 15 years back, I have taken my communication, that means SIM card. By the time, idea is very good. I thought of it, idea network is very good, so I've taken idea SIM card. Moreover, I like fancy numbers. I took one fancy number, all sevens I have taken. Almost all 10 lakhs I invested for it. Forgetting all sevens, yeah, forgetting all sevens, here I got, I spent nearly 10 lakh rupees. Even 10 is back, 10 lakh rupees I spent for getting what there, that particular SIM card, that particular number, all sevens. Okay, at present, what is the situation for idea? Do you get any proper network support for idea? At present, might be that entire market is going on with what there, 5G spectrum, 5G services. Right, sir? Who are good in 5G services? No. Who are good in 5G services there? Nowadays, no. Maybe Jio or maybe Airtel. These people are giving very good 5G support. So now I want to have 5G support in my mobile phone. 5G support I want to get in my mobile phone. So, but idea is not supporting for 5G properly. So I want to change from idea to some geo, for example. But the problem is what there, I don't want to change my number. Why? Because I took that number with the 10 lakhs, fancy number. I don't want to change that number, but I want to change my network provider. Is it possible? Is it possible to change the network provider without changing our number? Yes, it is possible. There is a concept in all mobile network providers are having some kind of understanding. They are giving this kind of thing. Troy has given this kind of option. What's that option here we are getting there? We can port your number. Number porting is possible. What's the meaning of number porting here? Use the same number, but already we have idea account that we can change it to Geo, that we can change it to Airtel, depending on your requirement. Depending on your requirement, we can change the network provider, but the same number we can use. No need to change that number. So this concept is called as porting. More clearly, number porting. More clearly, number porting. Is that clear? Now understand it clearly. Similarly, one time if you prepare my Java program, without having any changes in my Java program, I can change internal hardware system. I can change internal operating system. Observe carefully. No changes on my program, but I can run. Initially, I used to run my program on Windows. I used to run my program on what there Windows. Later on, I thought of it. I want to go with Linux. No changes are happening in our program. No need to change anything. Directly copy that program to the Linux and run that program without compilation. Directly we can run that program. There we are able to get output. So internally we are changing what their operating system. Internally we are able to changing what their like a hardware system. So our application we can run by changing our operating systems by changing what their our hardware system. So is it not the meaning of portability? Is it not the meaning of like a porting, application porting or portability? Because of this reason, I'm telling there Java is what there more portable programming language. Java is what there more portable programming language. Just that we have to understand clearly. What's the meaning of portability? This is the point here we have to understand. All right, sir. Now I'm giving clarity. Now try to understand it. No, Java is a portable programming language. Java is a portable programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to execute under all the operating systems, under all the operating systems and under all the hardware systems without changing without having changes in Java application, without having changes in Java applications, without having changes in Java applications. So this is the meaning of like what their portability. All features of Java are giving this kind of advantage only. In Java, memory allocations for the primitive data types is fixed. If it is fixed, no, we can use any of the operating system. We can use any of the hardware system. Do you get any effect in Java? Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? But in the case of C and C++, what happened there? Memory allocation is depending on the operating system. Okay, in one operating system, we prepare our program where 1 byte of memory, 2 byte of memories are available. When we change that operating system to Linux, no, in Linux, other memory allocations are coming there. Automatically, we may lose our data or not. That's my point here. But in Java, we don't have such kind of situations. You can execute the program, same program in Windows or Linux or Unix or Mac. No changes are going to be happening in our Java program. Without having changes in our program, we can execute, we can run our Java applications on multiple systems, multiple operating systems, multiple hardware systems. Because of that reason, the Java is like what there, a portable programming language. Right, sir. Then what next one here we have to understand there? A robust programming language skill we have to understand. The next one. Right, sir. Do one thing. This robust will take some time, sir. I need to explain something else about like exception handling, about like memory management system. I have to explain, right? So I will cover this topic in the next class. Okay. Tomorrow, no need to come for the classes there. Tomorrow we don't have any class. On day after tomorrow, on Monday, I'll complete the remaining part. I will complete there. After that, I will start Java naming conventions. Another small topic. Case sensitive, case insensitive, where to use lowercase letters and where to use uppercase letters. This type of points I will discuss there inside this. By that, we are able to complete the total content here. Okay. Right, sir. Then very soon, I said you a number of times, very soon I'm going to take your class at 10 o'clock now. Maybe the date is almost all close to us. Then I will give intimation to you when I'm going to take your class at 10 o'clock, but not immediately. But again, I'll give that schedule there on Monday. Monday will decide the date, on which date onwards you have to come at 10 o'clock. Understand it now? But everybody must be prepared for it. Right? Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. We'll meet on Monday, not on tomorrow. Yeah, Sureka ma'am. 1 minute, and one time contact with our admin people, they will give videos to you. Then I will give one mobile number to you, then we can contact through that, then they are able to provide this mobile number. Show Sureki ma'am, 1 minute. Yeah. 73860956 double. Mm. Just contact to this number, then we are able to get the support from our admin people. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Avinash, please type your message. No, no, no. I complete full stack Java వస్తాయి. Core Java only మన oops కాన్సెప్ట్స్, ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండింగ్, మల్టీ థ్రెడింగ్, ఇవన్నీ వస్తాయి. కలెక్షన్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ అని వస్తాయి. ఒకసారి ఆఫీస్లో మన కోర్స్ లిస్ట్ ఉంటుంది, సిలబస్ ఉంటుంది. ఒకసారి అది వెరిఫై చేయండి, మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది ఏమేమి ఉంటుంది. సరిపో బేసిక్స్ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉండాలండి కోర్ జావాలో. అంటే మీరు ఏదైనా ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో నేర్చుకున్నారా? సరిపోండి అవన్నీ. ఆ లెవెల్ వేరే ఉండదు, కంప్లీట్లీ డిఫరెంట్ లెవెల్ ఉంటుంది కంటెంట్. ప్యాకేజెస్ తీసుకోండి బెటర్ కదా, మీకు మనీ చాలా తగ్గుద్ది కదా. ఒకసారి ఆఫీస్లోకి వెళ్ళి కూర్చోండి, వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడి చెప్తారు క్లియర్గా.
అండ్ ఆల్సో ఏంటంటే విండోస్ కి మనం విండో రిప్రజెంటేషన్స్ లైనక్స్ లో చేయలేమన్నారు. ఇవాళ మీరు ఏం చెప్పారు, లాస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏం చెప్పారు, దట్ ఒక కోడ్ రాసి అది ఎందులో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయినా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందని చెప్పారు.
కరెక్టే కదా.
అంటే విండోస్ మీద డిఫరెంట్, లైనక్స్ మీద డిఫరెంట్ అన్నట్టు అనుకున్నారు.
అసలు ఆ రోజే మీకు ఇంకో పాయింట్ క్లారిటీ ఇచ్చిన, మీరు అది పట్టుకోలేదు. ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ విండోస్ ఉంది, నాకు లినక్స్ ఉంది, 2 ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను ఇప్పుడు విండోస్లో కంపైల్ చేద్దాం అనుకున్న కోడ్ లినక్స్లో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేద్దామని చెప్పేసి అనుకుంటున్నాను. విండోస్లో నేను కంపైల్ చేసే పని అయితే ఇక్కడ నాకు జావా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కావాలి కదా, అక్కడ కూడా జావా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కావాలి కదా. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏ జావా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి? విండోస్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్. అక్కడ ఏ జావా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ నేను ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి? లినక్స్ బేస్డ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏం చేస్తాను, రాశాను, విండోస్లో కంపైల్ చేసా, డాట్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్ వచ్చింది. ఆ డాట్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్ కాపీ చేస్తా, ఇక్కడ కాపీ చేసి ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది. ఆ లినక్స్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఆ డాట్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్ కాపీ చేసి మళ్ళీ కంపైల్ చేయకుండా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తా, ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయింది. సిలో సిసి 2 bytes 4 bytes. దీన్ని ఒక్కదాన్ని కంపేర్ చేయదు, ఓవరాల్ అప్లికేషన్ దగ్గర చూసుకుంటే చాలా చేంజెస్ వస్తాయి. దానికోసం నాకు రావాలి ప్రోగ్రామ్, అందుకని కండిషన్ స్పెసిఫై చేసింది నేను. 10 ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఆల్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ అని రావాలి. రాయండి దాని సంబంధించి.
10 20 అయినా 30 అలా తీసుకోమన్నప్పుడు ఏంటంటే హైయెస్ట్ వాల్యూ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది మాత్రం తీసుకుంటాం.
require ని దీనిలో ఇంకా ఆప్టిమైజ్ చేయొచ్చు చూడండి అంతే. నిమిషం. Yeah, Murali, just one time get that syllabus content there. Then already we are giving some syllabus content there. Just get one time each. Now try to check the content. Okay. Yeah, Avinash. Then right from beginning, I'm giving the same point. No, so it's already decided max. Okay. Then please check that one. No, no, Murali, it's not possible now immediately. Then completion of the Springboard, it may take a lot of time in this batch. No, some other batches are going and just inquire at our office. Okay. Right. Murali, just one time inquire at our office there. They'll provide some arrangements regarding this. What there. If you have any one-to-one sessions or any fast tracks, no, our admin will take care about it. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, guys. Then we'll meet on Monday again. Please check it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.